Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 5 episode. I forgot to check what episode this was. It's episode 101 in total, but it's titled Have a Merry Christmas. It's Christmas at UA, and the Class 1A students celebrate with a Christmas party. Now, I've been told that I'm going to be quite annoyed with these next two episodes, mainly because it looks as though they're going to be skipping an arc and then placing that at the end of the next arc because it wouldn't really flow happy-go-lucky the next arc it's meant to be, then happy-go-lucky, but also that creates some timeline issues that apparently pop up in next week's episode. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see what happens there, and hopefully what I've been told isn't entirely correct, and it's just going to be starting the second arc and then jumping sideways in time to where the arc's meant to be. But that's for next week. Let's start this week's episode in 3, 2, 1, go. 9 days ago. Straight up, I can already tell that at least some of that was wrong. Well, there's a familiar face that we haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, that was 9 days ago. I am hoping we're going to actually see that arc, and that's not all we get to see of it, because there's some really important stuff in that arc that needs to happen before the one that follows it. Especially considering that arc was the main draw of this season for manga readers. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying if it's the following arc at the last of this season, and then next season starts with a flashback arc that then leads into the arc after that. I mean, it works, but it would be less than preferable. I forgot about this. love Bakugo's overreactions sometimes. It's just completely cut Bakugo out. I completely forgot that happened. You're an interesting looking fellow. His sleeping bag has arms now. I'm just loving at Ozawa in the corner. I mean, that's fair. I remembered that line. Plus, I mean, she's working directly with number 4, I think. Yeah, she's working with Edgeshot, so he's probably whipped her up a little. Oh, Jiro and Shoji didn't get to say anything. That's more than a lock. I expected him to yell that. I love the way he does that. Hmm. Does he have a smaller set of pages? Hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's worse winter homework. Hmm. Fun thing about this scene, each of them has a personalized hat topper. It's much easier to see in this than it was in the manga. I'd love some of that food. He was a very efficient man. He's one of the few people whose opinion he actually cares about. I don't know what that Demons Out, Demons In one was. She said at least 3 wrong holidays. I can't help but smile whenever he's involved. She's so cute. Minetta, that plate's almost as big as you are. He's got the tape tied around his ankle. I'm gonna try and figure out who's gave which gift. Despite the start, that was a very light-hearted episode. Well, it started with Dacre City, then light-hearted, and then the talk about the internships, then light-hearted. It was a respite needed between the last arc and the one that's meant to come after. Yeah. I mean, technically that arc, as I've just found out this episode, was always a flashback. I didn't pick up on that when I first read it, but that does lend more credibility to the idea that they'll just do it leading into the big arc after what's not meant to be after it. That didn't make sense, but they're taking, say the joint training was arc 1, they're taking what was meant to be arc 2 and switching it with arc 3, because I guess that does make it flow better in story wise, but I feel you do need the arc difference. Okay, so I'm going to actually pause this and just double check something with that episode, because I want to try and figure out who gave each person a gift and list off all of the hat toppers. So give me a couple minutes to do that and I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back, and yeah, I've managed to get all 20 students what their their hat toppers were, as well as the 6 7 gifts we see from Class 1A students, plus the sword given to Eri. Okay, so for Sato, we had a wrapped lolly. For Mina, she had a bunch of goop, and she was given a dumbbell, which was likely from Kirishima. Kaminari had a lightning bolt, and he got a basketball, which I'm pretty sure was his own basketball, because he's the only one we saw with a basketball in their dorm rooms. Toru has nothing on the end of her hat because she's invisible. Uraraka has a planet. Tsu has a frog. Jiro has a music note, and she got a jumper. Now, going back to the dorm rooms, the colors and patterns on that jumper matches with Sero's general design of what his casual wear and room is, so it could have been from him. Momo had a book on the end of hers. Koda had a rabbit. Shoji had octopus. Tokiyami... Now, I couldn't tell if this was a feather or a leaf, but given the fact that he's bird, I'm guessing it's a feather. Shoto had a half red, half white ball. Ojiro was just an ordinary pom-pom. Ida's was an exhaust pipe, and he got gold bars. Now, the only one who'd be able to give that would be Momo. Mineta, he's got a purple ball on the end of his hat, and he got a pic of Aoyama, which likely came from Aoyama. Kirishima had a rock. Aoyama had a star. Sero, his was a tape dispenser, and he got a frog mirror, which was from Tsu. Bakugo, his is an explosion, and he got a pair of glasses from Ida. Midoriya, his was just a green pom-pom. And Eri, hers was ordinary, but she got a sword from Tokoyami. So, yeah, a lot of just little things like that just bring me joy. What doesn't bring me joy is I looked on the wiki and the next episode is listed as, skipping an arc. That is rather annoying. It means that several things in this upcoming arc will not make sense, but oh well, I guess that's just how they're going to do it. If they do it well, then kudos to them. But who knows? Anyway, that's all I have for this episode, so I'll catch you in the next one.